Good morning, everyone. Today I am going to talk about disentangling sustainability threats to critical global commons in the time of climate change lessons from the Sundarban Biosphere Reserve, India. This is a joint paper written by Dr. Aditya Ghosh from O.P. Jindal Global University, Delhi, India, and me, Dr. Priyanka Ghosh from Era University, Lucknow. Before talking about the goal of the paper, let's see the location of the Sundarban Biosphere Reserve. On the left, you can see the map of the Sundarban Biosphere Reserve, which is a transboundary biosphere reserve shared between India and Bangladesh. And you can also see that entire region is divided into core, buffer and transition area. The transition area is densely settled with a population of 4.5 million. On the top right corner, you see the entire Sundarbans region, which is shared between India and Bangladesh, and the total area is 25,000 square kilometer. We can say that 60% of the mangrove forest that is in Bangladesh and 40% actually in India. So now let's take a look at the goal of the paper. Drawing on the political ecology literature, this paper explores how an understanding of the nature of entanglements, including socio-ecological negotiations, environmental shifts induced by climatic changes, and pattern of governance become crucial towards developing successful and dynamic resource management strategies in the Sundarban Biosphere Reserve. Here the word entanglements mean complex relations between various modes of users, values and meanings. In this paper, we explore different entanglements. So you can see we are going to talk about eco-climatic shifts, management conflicts and underdevelopment, and here within that broad sphere, we are going to talk about climate change and its impacts on the region. Then we are going to explain the institutional entanglements, and finally we are going to talk about or explain the tension between resource managers and the local communities in terms of conservation. Now, let's take a look at the historical background of this region. This region in the 18th century, during the colonial period, this region was represented as a sort of drowned land covered with jungles smitten by malaria and infested by wild beasts. And also the colonial rulers, they wanted to improve the region, so they wanted to transform this hostile wilderness, and that could only be done by deforestation, land reclamation and cultivation. So land reclamation started in this region in the late 18th century by Claude Russell and Mr. Tillman Henkel. Since actually the land reclamation, and due to land reclamation and deforestation, a huge number of tigers, they were killed in this region. So you can see the data here that between 1912-13 to 1920-21, 348 Bengal tigers were killed or captured in the Sundarbans. In 1900, there were 40,000 tigers in India, which shrunk to mere 1,827 in 1972. So the conservation drive in this region started in the late 19th century. You can see that in 1864 the Indian Forest Department was established, and in 1865 the first Indian Forest Act came up. So after actually India's independence, the Forest Department allowed a free passage to the local fishermen and honey collectors in the tidal waters of the Sundarbans. They were required to register their boats with the local forest office by paying the annual registration fee. The formation of the Sundarban Tiger Reserve in 1973 gradually put more restrictions on local fishing communities, such as the complete ban on fishing in the core area of the STR.